Good evening, 11:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XOM and Future Digibyte. Oh, gee, I want to thank you guys for tuning in on this Thanksgiving Eve, 34 minutes before Christmas. On this Christmas Eve. Did I say Thanksgiving Eve? I have no idea what I said, but it's Christmas Eve. And we have 34 minutes on the East Coast until Santa Claus comes down our chimneys. So, I wanted to start with this. We're going to be bouncing back and forth. I have no idea how long this update's going to last. Could talk forever, could talk for a minute. We'll see how it goes. So, make sure to hit that like button and turn that bell notification on so you get all future content. To the 174 members of Tom's Army, I thank you, thank you, thank you. Ripple CEO hits back at former SEC boss on Christmas Eve. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse has doubled down on his criticism of an op-ed published by former Securities and Exchange Commission Chairman Jay Clayton in a Garlinghouse describes Clayton's article as staggeringly ironic. The Ripple boss went on to accuse the industry of stifling innovation with his enforcement action against one of the leading companies within the cryptocurrency industry. Mr. Clayton stifled the crypto industry while in office, yet now he calls for the government to facilitate the adoption of the technology. As reported by You Today, Clayton was ripped by the XRP community over his pro-cryptocurrency op-ed that made a case for tokenizing the U.S. payment system in order to keep up with China and the rest of the world. The former SEC chair adopted a crypto-friendly stance after becoming an advisor at two cryptocurrency-focused companies. Garlinghouse pointed to a letter by former SEC Commissioner Joseph Grunfest in which he admonished the agency for bringing a lawsuit against Ripple. Grunfest, who was appointed by Republican President Ronald Reagan, called the enforcement action highly problematic and added that it would cause significant harm to investors regardless of the resolution. But simply initiating the action will impose substantial harm on innocent holders of XRP regardless of the ultimate resolution. It should be noted that Ripple retained Grunfest as its defense counsel, which is why his opinion on the case should be taken with a grain of salt. The same applies to Mary Jo White, who said that the SEC was dead wrong to sue the SEC back in her February interview with Fortune. Clayton recently refused to address the Ripple lawsuit in an interview with CNBC, claiming that he wanted facts to speak for themselves. Yeah. Sure you did. So, with XRP, we're going to go over a few of the technicals real quick, and we're going to do this in a daily time frame. So that's over a 24-hour period. Right now, the buy-sell, we're in neutral. The oscillators, oscillators are neutral. Moving averages are neutral. We have 7 sells, 1 buy, 2 sells, 1 buy. Relative strength index 14, neutral. Stochastic, neutral on the 1433. Commodity channel index, neutral. Average directional index, neutral. Awesome oscillator, neutral. Momentum sell. MACD level 1226 buy. Stochastic RSI fast 3314 neutral. William percent neutral. Bull bear power sell. Ultimate oscillator neutral. We got simple moving average 20 buy. Exponential moving average buy. Simple moving average 30 buy. So 85, 88, 91. Exponential moving average 50 sell. Simple moving average 50 sell. Exponential moving average 100 sell. Simple moving average sell. Exponential moving average sell at the 200 day. Simple moving average at the 200 day sell. Ichimoku. So on the short term, there's more buys, but on the long term charts, this is playing out in a bad way. So basically what it's telling us to might get a short term move, but not very big. And then let's see. I wanted to read this too because Ripple had a good year. We talked about Stellar Network and its processes and all this other junk. Not junk, but stuff on my last update that's not relevant to this update. So let's go into Ripple. So Ripple had its strongest year ever despite the SEC's attack on crypto. Ripple Labs managed to stay strong in 2021 despite the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC's attack on crypto, aka the lawsuit against Ripple and its executives. Now the payment solution company celebrates its strongest year ever. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse announced the achievements and have some comments to share about the SEC's case. Ripple's first on-demand liquidity, ODL, was launched earlier this year during 2021's quarter 3. It is a payment solution that allows customers to instantly move money around the world at any time. This service first appeared as a corridor between Japan and the Philippines that leveraged the token XRP. They have recently announced Ripple's first ODL deployment in the Middle East as well. Related reading, blah, blah, blah. Now a Ripple report shows that the XRP-based on-demand liquidity payments accounted for 25% of the total dollar volume across RippleNet. Garlinghouse celebrated the results and added that the ODL tokens are up 25x from quarter 3 in 2020 and 130% quarter over quarter. All of this growth came from outside the U.S. for obvious reasons, tweeted Garlinghouse. The report notes that Ripple's ODL users have access to over 20 countries for their payment needs, and transactions over the Ripple network have more than doubled since quarter 3 of 2020. Ripple made sure to mention the effects of regulatory uncertainty, noting that their U.S. ODL flows were essentially halted. However, international ODL volume has continued to surge. ODL is thriving in regulatory jurisdictions that embrace innovation and understand that crypto is critical to creating a more inclusive, equitable, and efficient global financial system. XRP trades at 90 cents USDT in the daily chart. SEC Chairman Gary Gensler is famous in the crypto world, but not for good reason, since the filing case, blah, blah, blah. Nobody gives a shit about all that. We already know about this. The Ripple CEO stated that Gensler repeated called Wild West. We know about Brad Garlinghouse doesn't agree. No, the Ripple CEO stated that calling crypto the Wild West is a farce, noting that Gary Gensler has taken an aggressively anti-crypto approach, which he claims is making companies move outside the U.S. He pointed out that Web 2 was built with many American companies and suggested that Web 3 might not be given the same fair chance. Garlinghouse claims that most crypto-related companies are complying with financial regulators globally and added that this industry shouldn't be punished for asking for regulatory clarity and regulation that is consistently applied with a level playing field. Garlinghouse referred to the SEC's lack of clarity, refusing to answer questions about the legal status of Ethereum and question, is the agency actually living up to its mission of protecting investors with regulation by enforcement and what Hester Pierce calls strategic ambiguity. 2021 has been a watershed year for crypto. Acceptance of an awareness of the opportunity to bring billions of people into the global financial community has never been so clear. It's been incredible to see a lot less maximalism, and many more builders joining the industry. So that's just some things I wanted to read. So now let's get into the charts real quick with XRP. This can be an XRP update if you haven't noticed. XRP is at 92 cents. We are up 1.19% on the day, or just over 1.10 cent. So to me, it looks like we're coming down. Looks like we might have to back test. And that's why I said the short-term moving average is stochastic and the RSI might indicate a little move up because we might retest this area. So it would make sense to retest that area right there. And then so you do kind of like this and then you come down. Makes sense though. It makes sense to retest the 30-day moving average on the resistance side now because that was support earlier. Now this would be resistance. We can get rid of this, but this is a smaller area that we were talking about on the short term, but we fell through it. So we have 88 cents support, 93 cents resistance now instead of support at 93 cents. That's the big difference that changed over the last 24 hours. We were getting supported on that 93 cents. Not anymore. Now we're being resisted, and the next area that we come down to seems to be 88 after a brief stop at 93 if I had to guess. We stop at 93.85, nothing's guaranteed. But I expect us at least to do this if we got rejected. I don't see much chance of doing this and bouncing up. I just don't see the volume. I could see more like this. You know, it's the end of the year. We're about to go into 2021. People are going to sell, get out of their positions if they have losses so that they can write them off. Or if they have gains that they want to sell off this year and they don't want to put in the next year, they're going to do that and then buy it back at the start of the year. It's a game that a lot of the big wigs play, so we have to be alert on what's going on. We've got a long scale pattern here with XRP that we've been covering. I've been covering this since, what did I start on YouTube? April of 2021. April like 26th, I believe. I think it was April. So yeah, that's what we're looking with XRP. I don't really see anything else that could change my mind here. I mean, the volume's not great. We've actually had a lot more sell volume here, and then this little pick back up. We don't really have a lot of volume, and it's been crashing down, so we've tried to go up. So I think we're going to create a head there. We've got crashing volume, still rising in price. So I think we're going to create a head there and come up to like 83 cents in the short term in the 30-minute time frame. So until we see some more volume come in, this area is just going to be overwhelming resistance. So make sure to hit that like button and turn that bell notification all. Join Tom's Army if you want to. Stay blessed, everybody, and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas Eve right now, but Merry Christmas to everybody in the United States and all across the globe.